Ground types are all the rage because they can take out some very annoying Pokemon. Electric types, for example, are devastated by ground Pokemon. Electric attacks don't affect ground Pokemon at all, whereas a strong ground attack like an Earthquake can devastate an electric Pokemon. Ground attacks also affect Rock greatly and Steel greatly. Now, Steel's weaknesses to ground is very important because Steel is only really consistently weak against a couple types, ground and fire. Now, ground Pokemon, it's not the greatest thing defensively. They're weak to water, grass, and ice, notably, which are, there's a lot of grass and water Pokemon, and a lot of Pokemon that like to use ice attacks in competitive games, so not the greatest defensive type. Oftentimes they're also paired with rock types. Take, for example, Golem. He's a ground and a rock Pokemon, and that leaves him open to 4 times weaknesses against, actually, I believe, ice, grass, and water, which is not the greatest thing to have, especially with his poor special defense. But ground Pokemon are still pretty fun, and there are a lot of heavy hitters. In the latest generation, there were a lot of new Pokemon introduced that were ground, that had a high attack and were good offensively. I'm talking about things like Rhyperior, Mamoswine, and Garchomp. Who can forget Garchomp? Garchomp kind of devastates everything. Ground Shark. Why wouldn't he? Other notable ground Pokemon from the first generation include Dugtrio, which is actually still useful today because you can trap certain Pokemon in the game, and then Dugtrio can just take them apart and they can't run away. Golem was one of my personal favorites and one that I used a lot in the different generations. He had good defense and decent attack and could take a lot of hits. Of course, not against a water Pokemon, and he was someone I would often use to fight the Elite Four with. One of my favorite new ground Pokemon is actually Gliscor, which is a bizarre ground flying type with strong attack. He's a weird little bat thing, but he definitely has his uses. If you have a favorite ground Pokemon, go ahead and put it in the doobly-doo. We'll see you next time with another type profile.